If there's anything that you could change while you was there, what would you have changed?
What, going back?
Yeah, in America. Cause did you ever stop at a point and think that okay, NBA is not the route anymore that I want to go?
I don't think I fully committed to that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's one of those things. Yeah, it's hard to even admit that you want to play in the NBA. Do you know what I mean? Like honestly, it's just one of those things. Like you can't really even admit that. But I felt like I don't know, man. I felt like if I really like committed myself to that, then it would have been more realistic also. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like definitely I agree with the work ethic that you had. And generally I feel like if you put your mind to it, like you can actually do things. It's just like I said, can you really admit to yourself that this is something that you want or is something that you want?
Exactly.
Like,
because like even even talking about it, it's not really just talking about it, because once you believe something and you want something to be true, it translates to the way you play, the way you practice, the way like your diet and everything. Like if you're really like trying to make this goal happen and you believe in it, then you're gonna like kind of do all those things also. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I was kind of on the fence, like I can't really like say I want to play in the NBA and stuff. So I'll have spouts where I'm really working hard and stuff, and other times where I'm just like.
So then, what became the goal then?
Just to play professionally.
Okay.
And I knew I could do that.
Okay. Cool.
I knew I could do that.
Where did you want to play professionally? Did you have any ideas?
I wanted to play somewhere hot. I wanted to play somewhere hot, man. Somewhere in nice weather, man. I just wanted to live a good life, bro. And I played in Greece my first year, which was nice, man.
Okay. Oh, this is a good question actually. In terms of like money, because I know a lot of kids that will probably watch this, and a lot of kids in academies, they all aspire for the money. Is it everything?
I mean, with that, it depends too, man. It depends too. Like with Greece.
Is the money actually there? Because a lot of people always say that. Okay,
yeah, definitely. But I mean, man, these people that they could also say they played in Greece, but they played in like the 5th division or something like that, and then like we're having a different conversation. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like there's money at every level. Do you know what I mean? Like even if you just want to play here, you can get paid and make a living. You don't have to work another job.
Yeah. What was it like then coming back here? Did you ever come back here to play like? I know we spoke about the tournaments before. You played the Midnight Madness, Pro Classic. How was those tournaments having come back from America? Did you feel like you had to prove your point sometimes, or how was it for you?
Yeah, when you say like that, yeah, kind of. I always felt like, okay, I've been away for a little bit, so it's like, I'm gonna show out.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
I always felt like even when I was younger, looking at the guys that went in America when they came back, I felt like they had to prove something as well, because that's what I'm trying to go. Yeah. So if you was there, you need to show me that what you went out there, you did your job, and you came out how I expected to come out. So I would definitely expect people to have looked at you and been like, he might not be that nice. Like,
that's where the performance comes from, because everyone's looking at you thinking, these eyes are already on you, like, this guy came back from America. Everyone's watching, like, what's this guy gonna do? Yeah. And then you gotta show out.
Thankfully, you always show that. Like, I'm pretty sure no one can argue with that, boy. Like, go highlights for days. What was your best competition? Say Midnight Madness or Pro Classic?
No, definitely that Pro Classic.
The recent one that you just did?
I think I only played in it once, right?
Because I think I only played it once as well.
Yeah, I think
maybe that only once. I think I played it only once. Madness?
Yeah, Midnight Madness, even though I had some highlights from there too, but I wasn't even like the same player I was. Do you know what I mean? It was a lot later that I played in Pro Classic.
You played like Pro Classic when fresh from America, like fresh from Greece? Was you in Greece before Pro Classic?
Man, I think I was in Spain. I think I came back from Spain at that point. I can't remember.
How was your careers in those countries and transitioning from America to Europe now?
I remember
was it everything you expected?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a little bit more. Put it like this. I remember like in Greece, the first week, just running like in the like pre-season camp or whatever, be like, like this is kind of easy. And hearing like the veterans and stuff like, oh man, like did you hear about the schedule? Like we got another one tomorrow, another one today. I'm thinking, why are you guys complaining? Like this is so easy compared to what we're doing in college. Because in college it felt like being in the army, man. You got them 5 a.m. like it was long. But I'll definitely say like it was a bit more, for me anyway, my experiences, it was a little bit more easygoing than playing in the States, where it felt like I was like pushing my body to its limit, to its limit, man, and I was hurt. But I'll say like being a pro is more like, man, we're taking care of these players. Like what's most important is the games. We want them to perform in the games. It's not about it's not about running suicides because the coach is mad. Even though like that could happen, but it wasn't
often like, it's kind of like, okay, we're pros now, you don't need to be punished for
exactly, or you just get fired. Like they'll just find another player, they don't have to keep you there. Do you know what I mean?
That is a good point. Please say that one more time for the camera. You will get fired.
You'll get fired if you don't perform. If you're acting up, you just get fired as a professional. Do you know what I mean? You don't, it's not like school. There's someone else that'll take that paycheck.
No do-overs.
No do-overs.
That's do you know what I mean? Crazy. And I guess, how are the agents then? How is it having an agent? Do they kind of let you know that, okay, cool, you need to get this amount of stats for this to move up, or da-da-da-da?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what type of relationship you have with your agent. With my agent, he was the same with me, just kind of just easy going. Like he'll message me after a good game and stuff. Yeah, keep that up. Like this and that. But he kind of just let me do my own thing.
Why the transition to BBL?
So at that time, that was after my second year in Spain. I played in a place called Melilla, which is actually in Africa, but they play in the Spanish league. And I started having problems with my hip impingement that I've been suffering for a while, but it was really painful, like playing. And I stopped even playing in the games because it was just too much. And I was going through the process of like whether am I going to get surgery or whatnot, and they ended up saying that no, we're not going to do surgery on you. You're young for this type of surgery. It's best you just stop. So I was thinking, rah. So I thought I stopped playing at that point. I was ready to just retire. Came back home, started doing other things. And after a while, that summer, Leicester Riders gave me the call and was like, look, we'll help you with rehab and all that privately. Just come up here to Leicester. I was thinking, rah, all right. Okay, all right. Better than going through the NHS.
Before lockdown?
This was before all of that stuff. This was like a year before all of that.
How many years were you with them? 2 seasons?
No, just 1 season. Okay, Not even a full season because lockdown.
Lockdown then happened.
Because of lockdown, So that summer before that, I came back home and I thought basketball was over.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, quickly to wrap up our basketball section. What are 4 skills or 3 that you can give that you'd say someone needs to make it in basketball?
Basketball skills. Man, I think definitely, especially today, like shooting, being able to shoot. Like if you could shoot, you're good. Like even me, like man, playing at the Riders and stuff, I wasn't moving like I was before, but because I could shoot, like I'm a threat always. Do you know what I mean? It's useful. It's a useful skill.
Okay,
being able to shoot, being able to handle the ball, and being able to pass, I guess.
Okay. No defense.
Listen, all the skills are valuable. Being able to rebound, defend, whatever. Like
I agree with you in those ones as well. Handle, being able to pass, and to score. Because a lot of the time people do say like defense does win games, but if you can't score, you're not a threat on the court. Sometimes you just end up being a liability. The first is, can you score the ball? Type of thing.
Yeah. If you could score, in my books, you're good.
Yeah, you're alright. You'll find money somewhere.
Yeah, man, I think so.
Oh, good.
They'll find a way on defense. So go zone. Go zone.
No, I feel you on that 100.
Yeah, man.
But one reason why I wanted to bring Jesse on today is because, like me, he's journeyed on many different things in his career, and he's multifaceted, if that's the word. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he's very talented in so many different things. And one of them that we have in common, we even shared the same agency, is modelling. Tell me about that. How did that start?
Oh, yeah. So, I always kind of wanted to... Do you know this guy called Sam?
Sam who?
Sam Coker? No, you don't?
No.
So, I remember I was chilling with him and he was like, man, you need to get on this modelling thing, man.
Where's he from? Enfield?
Nah, he's from like South.
Okay, no.
Yeah. But anyway, I remember chilling with him and he was like, yeah, man, you need to get on this modelling thing. And he sent me this agency, Forte, that said, they usually do like sports. And I was like, all right, calm, man. So I got some photos and sent it through to them. And
was it something that you wanted to do, or just kind of because of him
It wasn't because of him. It wasn't because of him. I'll say I've always kind of had that in me in terms of like being photogenic.
I like
when I look at like pictures of me like when I'm young, I'm always like really like it's a GQ magazine. Yeah, give me the angles. And also, people would also tell me this all the time. Like, I'm sure you get that a lot of people say, "Oh, you should model." You know, oh, yeah, I'm already a model. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so
more
people,
so now than before, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because when you're in basketball, it's very rare for someone to come up to you and be like, "Yeah, you should try modeling." But yeah,
that's what I was getting.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting. As a basketball player, a lot of people that wouldn't even, just on the street sometimes, people say, "Oh, wow, you should really model, man. You got the facial structures on us." Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a basketball player. But that also like go into my mentor, and eventually I just thought, you know, I think it'll be cool like to do on the side.
What have been like the highlights of being a model and the best jobs that you'd say you've done?
Well, definitely like the Zalando stuff, because that's abroad. Do you know what I mean? Like going to Germany, flying, getting flown out that just feels sick, man.
Yeah.
That just feels sick. So I definitely say like that's probably like the highlights for me.
Was there any differences in terms of transition between basketball and modelling, or was there any similarities or things that you carried over?
Well, especially because Forte is like sports
modelling, yeah,
all the time. I got basketball. Yeah. So like in terms of like getting me into it, like it just felt so comfortable and natural because in all of those initial shots, shoots that I did, I had a basketball, so I could just kind of like act like I'm doing like a magazine cover, you know, do some movements with the ball that looks cool and stuff.
Shout out to Forte as well, by the way, because they show the utmost faith in their models, and they did the unorthodox thing of signing sports players, and I like Dell's theory of why should we hire someone who doesn't even play the sport when we got people that look good that can actually do the jobs that you want to do. But carry on.
Exactly. So that got me comfortable to the point where like now when I'm doing stuff that doesn't really involve like basketball necessarily, I still feel comfortable because I got that experience. But the experience I got initially, it felt so natural getting into it because it was all roles like that had to do with playing basketball.
Was there anything that you didn't expect, or any surprises, or any like downsides to modeling?
Yeah, do you know what? I'll say me, especially with my size, there's been a lot of times where it's like things just don't work out because I'm too big. I remember I went to like one casting in for JD, and I got there and they already had like size 9 Air Forces.
Don't get me started on the shoes.
Had like size 9 Air Forces. They had like some short shorts. I don't know what size they were.
Yeah.
And I remember coming out and they had like the guys like that were already like the JD models and stuff kind of like watching in the back. Yeah. And I remember going out there feeling so silly, like with all these clothes that are just way too short for me, like kind of walking like...
Yeah. Actually, I think Bill even told me that story.
Oh, is it? Yeah, man. It was peak, man. It was peak. And
besides that, was there like, oh my god, is there? Because for me, I can definitely say a lot of people think modelling is easy.
Oh, okay.
What's the toughest things that you'd say you had to endure?
Sometimes it's just like the time and the conditions, because some things, for instance, I did this Sports Direct one, which was more like. It was more like an advert. It was TV commercial, but still, like, I remember it. We did one scene out in the cold, man. We had to learn like some dance moves and stuff, and we were just out there for time. So long, man.
I definitely agree with that. When it comes to conditions, you're shooting in all weathers. Yeah. And it's not like, oh, it's raining, guys, we're not shooting today. No, you're gonna be out there type of thing.
Exactly, man.
So I agree with you on that. Like, damn.
And if it's like the main thing you do, also like. You're kind of just, you're waiting,
on edge all the time.
You're waiting, man. You got to be ready, man. Especially when I was doing it at the same time as basketball and stuff. Like I missed out on a lot of work because I had a game or I had practice and stuff. It's not very easy to be the coach like, oh, like coach, like I'm trying to model, man. Like, can I not come to practice? I'd be like, no, man, we've got a championship to win. Do you know what I mean? So
I think that's definitely something I'd agree with as well. In terms of it's hard to kind of balance the two. Like I know, like when you look at NBA players or players in Europe that have these deals and whatnot, they make it look easy. Yeah. But there's only so much time that you have in the day to do everything, especially starting the modelling career as well during that period. It's not like you can sacrifice and be like, okay, I'm gonna go to this casting, I'm gonna go to this job and not go to training. Then that's your minutes going on. Exactly. That you're being paid to do something over here, but you're already focusing on something else. Like so. I get that can be tough as well. I definitely think that a lot of basketball players can actually become models.
Oh yeah, for
it's
sure.
Strange, like, because they always be scouting a lot, especially because we got the height already. Like, we thank God, and a lot of guys generally look nice and look after themselves.
Exactly.
So it's strange, but yeah, like a lot of guys that play basketball, you guys can actually be models, innit? It's more like I said, looking at other things. Do you think that you're different compared to other people? Because I know a lot of people are so narrow-minded in that if it's just basketball, that's only it. Do you think that's a bad thing?
Do you know what? I don't know what's a bad thing for other people, but I know that for me, like I don't like to be pigeonholed, man. Like I'm so like against that sometimes I just do things just because. Like I don't want to just like get stuck in one box. Just in one box.
Because technically, for there's a lot of people, even during Corona, if you wasn't doing anything else, you were stuck in that one box, or you were out of a job.
Exactly.
And then just like that, there's no income coming in, and this, that, and the other, which is what I wanted to lead on to. From modelling, you're now... Okay, when did DJ Trooks come in? For those that don't know, he DJs as well, by the way, and very good as well. He's not terrible at it. But like, where did that come from? Was that before TikTok or after?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was before, man. That was way before. Like, I've always like just loved music in general. And when I arrived at Lehigh, there was this freshman orientation, which is the first day for the new students. And they had this party outside, and the DJ was playing like funky house. And I was like, what? And I've been in America for 2 years at this point.
And you haven't heard
I hadn't heard this music. And I felt like at home already. I was like, what? How's this guy know this song? And I was looking around like people kind of vibing too. And I thought, it just hit me like, this is crazy. This is proper British music he's playing. And I spoke to him afterwards. I was like, man, like, how do you know this music and all that? He was like, yeah, like, you know, I'm just into that. Like, I look around on SoundCloud, whatever. And I was like, that's sick, man. Like, so how do you, like, know how to do all this? He's like, I just learned how to do it on YouTube. And when he said that, it hit me like, raw. Like, this guy didn't go to no special thing. Like, he didn't have someone teach. He just went on YouTube.
Thankfully, YouTube, you can actually learn anything.
Anything, man. I stand by that, bro. I'm still learning so much on there, man.
Learn how to cook, how to do whatever on YouTube.
Everything. So, yeah. And then I remember it was my birthday coming up, and I asked my sister, and she ended up getting me a deck for my birthday. Ordered me a deck. It came, and I just started practicing. Started learning from, like, the YouTube stuff. Started practicing in my room, and my roommate was like, eventually at first he was like, and eventually he's vibing. Eventually other people from around the dorm started coming in like, raw, what's this? Like vibing, and will just come in just to hear me, like, to mix up. I started doing parties around campus, all the fraternities and stuff like that, and started putting my mixes on SoundCloud, and it was just fun, man. It was just fun.
I think like having different talents definitely helps in terms of even a basketball career, like showing that creativity, I guess, plays in the and being imaginative as well when you're on the court, and like allows you to express yourself in so many different ways. So by the time you're on the court, you're not just expressing the whole 100 of you. Like, you've already expressed some here. Now it's just, I'm relaxed. Like, I'm killing you, and you don't even know what's in my head. You're thinking of that funky house type of thing. Like, well, you're killing him or dunking on him type of thing. Like, which must be an amazing feeling, like, type of thing. So people here, did they know you were DJing as well?
Not really, especially because I just wasn't around, man. Like, up until
in America,
up until I played in Leicester, up until I played in Leicester, I was pretty much away. I'll come back for sometimes a little bit in the summer. But, you know, I didn't really do anything. I didn't really DJ here. Nothing, man. Like, when I come back, I'm either, like, relaxing because I'm so, like, worked from the season, or I'm starting to play again, starting to practice again. I don't really have time to, like, do all these other things.
things that you wanted to do.
Yeah, man.
I guess you can say you lived the life the best way that you could have and made the best out of each opportunity that you had, type of thing. Which leads me on to the big boy. 2.1 million. Probably, is it 2.1?
Is it? Nah, I ain't there yet. I think I'm on like 1.7. But I get that in views though. We got
the receipts, bro. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, you got your numbers mixed up, bro. I definitely I ain't hit 2 yet, but still.
I'm gonna check real quick.
Right,
okay, 1.7.
Yeah.
Close. We're nearly there. But damn, 1.7 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
How? Where does this start? Why TikTok?
Yeah, so to bring it back, like that first lockdown, I remember Dale actually from Forte. He set up this thing. We're gonna make a TikTok with all the like basketball players, and we're gonna do something like pass the ball around. Actually, we didn't even have an idea. He was like, "You guys get together, make an idea, and make a TikTok for it."
Yeah.
So me like kind of already having this kind of creative side, I thought I'm gonna kind of take the lead on this. Do you know what I mean?
Who was it with? You, Kevin?
Yeah, do you know, I can't even remember everyone in it, man.
Because I
don't want to say the wrong names or something.
He was with Forte at the time. So besides him, I don't know who else it could have been. But yeah,
was you in a video?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool. Because I can't even remember like how it went down. But I remember I just took the lead. On that, and we ended up making, it was like a don't rush. I mean, like a don't rush challenge. Each do like a little skill, pass it off the camera, someone else catches it, boom. And I remember after doing that, I was like, man, I kind of want to do like more videos now. So I thought,
did you post it on your own or on 14?
No, I just sent that to them, and I edited that too. And I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, because I used to do this a little bit here and there. Like, I used to make like games, like recording me playing like video games.
Oh, serious? Like, you're a gamer as well?
Yeah, proper. But
damn, what can't you do? Where did you get the time to be a gamer with basketball?
Hey man, do you know what? With basketball, you do have free time.
To be fair, yeah, there's a lot.
You do have free time.
You good at 2K?
Do you know what? 2K is something I don't really play because they don't move how I want them to, and it makes me frustrated. Especially when I'm playing against someone, and if they don't play basketball and they beat me, now they beating a basketball player, and then I'm not gonna hear the end of it. When I'm trying to move these guys in 2K, they're not moving how I want them to. Like you have to spend a lot of time to like get them to that point. I would just rather just play in real life. Do you know what I mean?
But carry on, yeah.
So,
they've made you do this TikTok video. Now
yeah.
This is cool. Like, let me do some more.
Yeah, so I thought, let me do some more. I started posting there, and initially, just with the feedback I was getting already from there, I was like, oh, like, let me come up with more ideas, man. This could get lit. And I remember even Dale like showing an example of like one of the other models who I think he had like 400,000 followers or something like that. And I remember looking like, whoa, like, how do you get all that much?
Wait, what was he doing?
He was just a personality, do you know what I mean? Like, he was just...
What were the kind of first videos that you posted on TikTok like?
The very first video I posted was like something from like a modelling thing from Zalando. Like, I remember I jumped over the cameraman.
Like the behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. And I edited it a little bit to make it look cool. Then I did another one where it was like, it was a trend at the time, but I just kind of put my spin on
trend?
It. It was like, when I think about it now, it's a little bit cringy.
Yeah.
But I had the camera on myself. I was like, and I was topless. I was like, what did I say? Something like, if you want to go to the gym, do you want the trick to get abs like this? Like, you take your right foot like this, you spin it like this, and then you walk to the gym.
Yeah. I remember that one. Everyone was doing that one.
Yeah. So I did that, and then that was like, for me, it was important for me because that was the first time I used like my voice in it. Do you know what I mean? And because before that, I didn't really want to speak on it.
I think that's the first TikTok I think I saw of you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
So then, where did the acting and stuff come from?
Well, do you know, in general, even when I was in primary school, like, I just loved performing, man. Like, I wouldn't be known as the most outspoken, outgoing. In fact, the opposite. Do you know what I mean? Just a quiet person, like, just kind of gets on with it. But when it came to like dancing, I used to love breakdancing. So I've always been a talent show breakdancing.
Wait, can you dance? You haven't shown any dance moves on TikTok.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. I mean, not proper, but I mean, I just like to. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, breakdancing, I'll always be doing that.
Actually,
always
I do
perform.
Seeing you Dougie on.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just my go-to move now. I don't take it so serious now, but the Dougie goes with anything. Do you know what I mean? You could get it to any room, even when there's no music. Do you know what I mean? You can get a little Dougie.
Okay, I see you.
So yeah, man, performance. I remember even rapping with my friend. Made like a rap group. This is in primary school.
Yeah.
I was in all the school plays, so I love to perform like in front and entertain people. And even like basketball, I'll say in a way is like
entertainment.
And it's a performance, man. It's a performance, definitely. So I think with all those experiences, especially with basketball, naturally like it wasn't performing on camera. It wasn't like so out of this world. So yeah, man, I started doing that, and
the rest was kind of like history.
Yeah, man.
What was the first one that went viral, and how did that make you feel? Did you know that you was gonna have a viral moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
The first one to go viral was this loop I made of me running up the stairs. And I remember like even getting inspired from that. I was just watching Family Guy. And something happened where he was going up bare stairs. Yeah. And in my head, I was thinking, is this a loop? Like, he's going up bare... You know how Family Guy draw things out for a long time?
Just be walking,
and he got up, and I just thought it was funny because it tricked me. And I thought, but it wasn't a loop.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? It would actually be sick if I made a loop like that, just going upstairs. And yeah, I did it. And the way I did it with like cool angles. Like that
you had your mind perspectives.
Yeah, different angles. Like I got one low, one high, one...
Did you have a camera or use your phone?
I was just using my phone at the time. I was just using my phone, and I remember that getting so many views. I was like, whoa, this loop thing is sick. Yeah. And then already I had another idea because I was already thinking about in these times, like just with that lockdown, you kind of forget like what day is it? Like what did I even do today? Yeah. I thought that would be a sick loop.
I think that was my favorite one. The favorite one of yours that went viral because it was you was getting into the car, innit?
Nah. That was like this.
You forgot something at home or something, but you end up leaving and you're like, oh, I forgot. And you go back. And because of the way...
Did I lock the door?
Yeah, did I lock the doors? That's it. And because you had... the way you tell... It's almost like you're storytelling.
Yeah.
So you're just like, you're hooked. And then by the time you know it, like, I forgot to lock the doors. And then you're back at it again.
You're back at it again.
And then like,
going.
wait.